Hey, so before the video starts, I want to make a few disclaimers. So the first one is, since we have four of us doing the project overall, some of the roles will be switched. So even though one person may be a certain character or country, doesn't mean they will be like that for the entire video. So just to dismiss any confusion, there will be labels on who's who. Hope you enjoy.
What's up, guys? Today we're about to present you about the Philippines. Yeah, what he said.
So before the Philippines was in U.S. possession, it was originally in Spain's possession. So Spain and America had a war called the Spanish-American War. Americans had the view of imperialism, while Spain had the view of nationalism. So after the two wars clashed it out, the winner on top was the U.S., and as a result of the Treaty of Paris, Spain handed over the Philippines. So the scene you're about to witness is a reenactment of the Spanish-American War. Let's just say it didn't turn out so well.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. Chill, chill. I'll give you Philippines. Is that good for you?
Okay.
Alright, come here. Philippines. It's all yours. It's for you. Take it. We happy now. Chill. I'm out. We good. Alright, bro. We out. I see you. We out.
The scene you're about to see next is of me being whooped by the U.S. troops because of my race and citizenship to the Philippines. Ever since they took over the Philippines, they've been abusing our people in a violent way.
Hey! What you doing on the streets, bro?
Walking?
Bro, we about to teach you a lesson.
Come on, bro.
What, man?
Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, bro. Come on, boy.
So after a while, the Philippines started to get tired of the U.S. abusing them. So one person decided to stand up and fight for the justice and independence of the Philippines.
I'm Emilio Aguinaldo. I'm a revolutionary, politician, and the youngest president of the Philippines.
So one of the very influential people who led the revolt against the U.S. was a man named Emilio Aguinaldo, who also led the revolt against the Spanish. He was a revolutionary and a politician of the Philippines, but during the war he was captured by the American troops, which ended his presidency and was one of the very reasons why the Filipino revolt against the Americans were very unsuccessful. So in this scene, you are seeing two Filipinos deciding what to do after being through so much abuse and hardship under the rule of the Americans.
Because we need to find a way to stop the Americans, man. I mean, they're killing our people. I mean, they think they can run over our country. That's not right.
What are we going to do?
Yeah, we have to revolt against them. We have no other choice. If we fall to these Americans, then what good are we?
We got like barely any bank power. How are we supposed to?
Yo, maybe we could do some sort of like group. We gather as many people as we can, and we could rebel against the U.S. Maybe we could work.
I don't know.
Dude, it's way better than nothing.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah! Let's go. Come on, let's go.
And from this point on, it was the start of a war called the Philippine-American War.
Yo, bro, hey, leave now. You shall be warned. Come on, U.S., man. We're tired of your stuff, man. Come on, man. You leave. You leave, bro. Yeah.
started in 1899?
So in the Philippine-American War, the Filipinos used a type of fighting called guerrilla warfare to fight back the U.S. from annexing the country. They gained control over the Philippines when they defeated the Spanish in the Spanish-American War. The Americans, who were trying to expand their territory, had gained control of the Philippines, and they made the obvious choice to annex it. They originally got the Philippines from, again, the Spanish-American War. The Filipinos didn't like it, so they rebelled what was called the Philippine-American War. Through the fighting, thousands of troops have lost their lives, especially the Filipinos. But the main cause of death was on both sides was a disease, famine, and violence outside the war zone.
Alright, so the scene you're about to see is the massacre between the U.S. and the Philippines. The Philippines got the bad end of the stick, mainly because there were so many civilians who were also revolutionaries who wanted to fight for independence, which again resulted over 200,000 Filipino citizens. This was a very sad event for the Philippines because they put a lot of hard work and effort into trying to be independent again, but sadly failed.
Headshot!
Philippine-US War ended in 1902.
So in the Philippine-American War, the Filipinos used a type of fighting called guerrilla warfare to fight back the U.S. from annexing the country. They gained control over the Philippines when they defeated the Spanish in the Spanish-American War. The Americans, who were trying to expand their territory, had gained control of the Philippines, and they made the obvious choice to annex it. They originally got the Philippines from, again, the Spanish-American War. The Filipinos didn't like it, so they rebelled what was called the Philippine-American War. Through the fighting, thousands of troops have lost their lives, especially the Filipinos. But the main cause of death was on both sides was a disease, famine, and violence outside the war zone.
Yo, hey, help me, man.
Well, what happened?
Yo, fights, man. It's been tough here.
What's going on?
U.S. using us, man. We try to fight back, but they're just too strong.
I heard they were trying to annex your country.
Yeah.
They just treat you poorly.
Treating us poorly at the same time. Like, we decided that's enough. We tried to rebel against them, but it didn't work out.
You know, we're trying to help too back in America. We set up the Anti-Imperialist League, but I don't know. We're trying. This stuff is terrible.
Although the Americans were successful in the Philippine-American War, the Philippines later recognized their independence to July 4, 1946 with the Manila Treaty. The U.S. became great allies with the Philippines after that with no bad blood, which is the complete opposite of what happened only just a few decades ago.
Enjoyed. Have an awesome break.